think the transition getting picked up, from TLR after being orgless for mostly all of last year has been incredible, to be honest. Having that backing from the organisation, having that support, the financial support, just like the entire team from TLR is very supportive, more supportive than any organisation I've been under. It is great to, kind of just get the Discord messages and kind of have a following and a backing and people pushing you to win and try and always get your best result. It helps us a lot mentally. I don't think we've had that now for a few years. So it's been tremendous so far. I can't thank them enough. Coming into the LAN final, once again, they just want us to, have everything that we can to perform, to the best that we can. So it's just overwhelming, the support that they're giving us, and I can't thank them enough. I think the reason why this team is working more than the others, I would say, is just, I think the addition of James kind of picking up the roles that we didn't have before. We couldn't really find the correct fifth to kind of fill in that kind of emptiness that we couldn't really complete the roster. We tried and we changed rules and we were trying different things, but it never really got to 110%. I think instantly, within the team, between me and Mason, we spoke about it a lot. As soon as Bevve joined the roster, we felt that connection. And I think we were instantly seeing the success of it, going on to these tier 2 competitions. So it's felt very comfortable so far. I think winning Epic.LAN was a must for us. I think we had the goal going into Epic to win the event. I think it was good for the team's morale, or motivation. I also think it was good to kind of bring a trophy early to TLR, a trophy that they haven't got yet. I think, they wanted that as well. So it was good that we could bring that to them. But I think it was a good starting point, a good momentum base to kind of kick the team forward. So it was a must for us. We gained the win, and we were happy with it. So yeah, I think coming into the tier 2 competitions, we are doing very well. I think it's very different, the approach that we've had with this team compared to the previous teams. I think we're not accepting as many invites as we normally would, and we are creating a good baseline. And we're spending a lot of time more in theory sessions and practicing, rather than just pure scrims. I think we're benefiting from that a lot, and that's a different approach from how we previously would have done it. I think we're seeing the results in that now when we're going kind of 2-0 in Nodwin, probably should make the playoffs here, and we're favourites for UKIC as well. So I think it all comes back to how we're approaching the team this time. I think we're doing a much better job. Always going into UKIC, we always feel like we're always going to lose a game somewhere. So we were never too overconfident. Although we have won it multiple times, we always do seem to lose a map here and there. So we always take the game seriously as much as we can. We do our preparation. Going into the event, I think we are the favourites. I would say everyone would say that. We just have to stay level-headed and not get too egotistical. I think going against Control before, I think we underestimated them slightly. We've played against GodQ's teams before, and we know that it's quite aggressive type of play styles compared to the other UK teams. They play a bit more normal Counter-Strike. With GodQ, it is very aggressive, and he kind of wants to force everything very fast, and it changes the tempo quite quickly. So, I think it's really great to see that GodQ now has got a team behind him that will follow that. And it is a challenge to play those guys. So I think it is great, not just for UKIC, I think it's great for the entire scene that we now have a good competitor in the hands. And, I think the final is going to be good. When we play at LAN or when we play at a boot camp, it's just it's much more loud. The atmosphere is always going to be way more intense. We're going to be, we're with each other all day, every day for a week. It's always just going to be way more connected. We're way more symmetry, kind of the chemistry. It's more feeling like a team, I think online maybe sometimes you're kind of coming on, playing the game, and then you're going off and kind of doing real life stuff. But when you're approaching a boot camp or a LAN, you're always there, and you're always talking about Counter-Strike. So I think it's just a better type of vibe, and it tends to help you perform better. Yeah, I think the main goal for this team now going forward is to kind of push into EU. I feel like we've kind of hit and miss for the last kind of few years of some deep runs here and there. But I think the main goal for this team now is to kind of push into EU and trying to get to like top 50, breaking top 50, pushing the top 40. I think this is the final chance we have. So that's what the goal is.